The fourth annual Show Me Justice Film Festival was another rousing success, with independent filmmakers from all over the world getting involved to raise awareness of social injustices such as racism, sexism, substance abuse, and other social ills.
The Show Me Justice Film Festival was produced 1 year by a local service agency, and then they weren't going to renew it, they weren't going to do it again, and Dean Gershom Nelson had suggested to him the idea of bringing the film festival to UCM and producing it here on campus. And I was an instructor at the time, and I had experience working on film festivals and in film, and so he signed me up to direct the film festival. So for the last 3 years, we've produced the film festival here at UCM on campus, involved people from the community and from the region, as well as our students.
One of the things I love about the Show Me Justice Film Festival is that it's speaking to issues of importance that have great significance for our culture. And I'm hoping that we can see the independent film scene take over some of that, because commercial production right now is very connected to the bottom line, and it's often not a director's voice or a screenwriter's voice. It's often dictated by a test market group. And when you're producing a film that's this film meets that film as opposed to a new and original idea, I think that that's great entertainment, but we're losing the opportunity to actually say something with our films.
Well, for me, the importance of independent film in today's market and culture is that I try to make the films I know Hollywood won't make. You know, I try to tell the stories that they're not really interested in. And you know, Hollywood makes a lot of great movies, and they make a lot of stupid movies. And you know, I think there's an audience out there that's hungry for other things.
The importance of independent filmmaking is in the fact that it gives, you know, the little guy, you know, the underdog, a chance to have his or her voice expressed. Whereas in Hollywood, you really can't do that. You know, you have to, you know, bow to the producers or bow to whoever's giving you the money or, you know, the permission to make your film. Independent filmmakers are extremely important because they provide a voice and they provide a vision that says, you know, hey, we can make films. We don't have to go to the Hollywood route to have our art and our voices created.
The importance of independent film really is to offer alternative look at the world that you don't get from Hollywood filmmaking. And even that phrase doesn't have a lot of meaning these days. It's a wide array of films that fall into the area of independent film. So you have independent films that are still featuring major Hollywood stars, or you've got the true independent films that are made with low budgets, that are made by local people volunteering their time to tell a story that you wouldn't see anywhere else. And those are more the type that I've got a chance to work on.
My experience with independent filmmaking is really, you know, being an independent filmmaker. You know, I started basically, I think I started my first film in 1991. Took me a long time to get it finished. That film was called 9th Street, and since then I've made, I believe, 6 other feature films.
In 2008, my husband and I took a theater company that I owned and a film company that he owned and put it together for Smashing Frames. And so under that rubric, we've produced about 9 different productions theatrically, and we're starting our 3rd film project together.
So I've had the chance to work on a handful of independent films and really have enjoyed the experience. I got hooked up with a handful of different filmmakers and worked on 5 or 6 different feature films that were being made in the Midwest area, and independent projects, some of which I got paid for, some of which were pro bono. But really have been really lucky to work on films that I really care about and films that I thought were interesting and had something to say. And so I've had a great time with it. It has not been incredibly profitable, but that's not always what I'm trying to achieve in my work in independent films.
Well, Dr. Von Schlimmer has done a great job of putting a festival like this together. I mean, it's really great to have a festival that is about social justice. I mean, you know, the films I've seen there in the past have always been great. I've learned a lot from those films. They always challenge me in various ways. They make you think about what you're doing in the world and what you're not doing in the world, and which is always a good thing. And at the same time, these films are often very entertaining. And so, you know, I think it's kind of what movies should be more like, and we should have a lot more Show Me Justice film festivals. I think we'd probably be a lot better off.